Actually, right now, I'm going to introduce you to something else. Displace blocks, okay? Now, when you displace blocks, it means that you can be able to use stitch angles as you go. Alright? This is something entirely new that we've not broached before. So you may want to... I'll clap my hands so you can hear me. You may want to go and review, and I will clap my hands when I finish doing it. So you may want to go and review this again. Alright? So, it's a whole new concept. Alright? I want it into Tami. It's a fill. And I am going to start here. But can you see? It's almost like a spider's web. Yeah? And if I went that way, or if I went that way, which I am going to do, I'm choosing the angle of stitching as it goes. And I want it to come down here. Then I want to widen the angle you've got to go left and right. Right, so before I hit enter, I want you to see that I've made angles up one side and I probably made them too sharp on the other side. However, I'm going to hit enter. Yeah? No, not good enough. I'm going to undo that and I'm going to try again. So starting, I'm on displace blocks, I'm on dark green. Yeah, I'm going to start again. So from here across, then I need to go this side and across, but I want an upward angle. And I go here, an upward angle, and here an upward angle, and then I go to the top. Oh, oops, I don't know where I was. Here, and upward angle, so that's a straight line. And now here an upward angle. Now from the bottom to the top a straight angle, and now come down here to the side a downwards angle and make it more angled. There. And then hit enter. Right? So I have angled these stitches all the way up and all the way down again. Okay, let's pull out. So I have made that by using a block fill. Now what I will do actually is pick it up, go to select and reshape, because nothing is ever perfect, and I noticed that I need to bring that a little bit over to make it more equal. Yeah, I noticed that, so I'm going back to select and back off it and out. Yeah, no, perhaps I need to select it again and go back to reshape and bring that nice and big up. Yeah, I went a little bit too far on that, so I'm just moving that point back in a bit. Yeah, that's better. Right, so then I go select and get off it and bring that out. Yeah, that's better. So that's how we do a block shape where we want to control the angle as we go. Yeah, so that's like bitumen, is it called bitumen? But anyway, I know that in the UK, if you build a shed or what have you, it's got this coloured roof on it, hasn't it? So I'm quite happy with that on my birdhouse. There's plenty naught to get back in the middle, so I'm very happy about that. Yeah. Now The one thing I haven't got on here, which in my mind is kind of wrong, yeah, there's a birdhouse, it's going to have a door, isn't it? But this one hasn't got a flaming door, right? So let's sort that out for a start. You know, we've got, this is laid down as fabric, that's laid down as fabric, that's laid down as stitching, but surely for a bird to get in, it's got to have a doorway, which is not on this picture, so I'm going to make one up, and I'm going to say, well, let's take a colour. And as you know, when you get to your actual sewing machine, you may change your colour anyway, so I am going to pick, yeah, it's going to be the same. Got to remember, this is going to be like, I know what colour brown this is going to be, this thing. So I want something either darker or lighter. And so I think I'm going to go lighter. So I'm going to pick up this gold and go close shape, right? And now I'm really going to bring it in. So press B on my keyboard and make this as big as I can so that I can... I don't know whether I got to take notice of this is not as wide this side as that way. I don't know, you know, where's the middle? So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to do another straight point there, straight point there, and down, and then say enter. Now, oh, here we go. My machine's not working. I've done too much without saving it, so I'm going to save it. Stop my recording. Right, I shut down this applique pattern and opened it back up. It still didn't show me what I just tried to do, so I said I was going to do it in gold. It has changed to gold now. I am on digitize. I want a close shape, which will give me a fill to tell me will do for the minute until I decide, yeah. And all I wanted to do was make and hit enter. There we are. All I wanted to do was to make, remember I got brown behind this, all I wanted to do was make an entrance somewhere for the birds to get in, yeah? So it's done it this time, so I'm going to hit save. Tatami, I'm not happy, well, you know, obviously it's tatami, so I'm going to go and pick it up. It's not a bad shape, but, you know, then this is me doing it now freehand, and there's an awful lot of things that I do freehand, because I digitise when I got no picture at all. But I just thought, well, it needs somewhere to get in. So I am just going to go and look at my options and say, well, yeah, there we are. I'm quite happy with that. It's a, yeah, oh, gold is probably a little bit too bright. So let me think. I wanted it lighter than what I am. I'm going to use that woody material as that. So maybe if I use that would be enough. Or maybe it should be darker. I don't know. If I picked it up and said, well, actually as a whole, so it should be darker, maybe it should be that. Yeah, actually, it probably should be darker because it's a hole for people to get in. So, yeah, I'm going to use it as that. Very happy with that. Don't mind it at all. So that's that, and I'm going to hit save again. But I don't save very often, do I? I know the hole is out from the stick, but then the stick is out from the hut. You know, but that is in the middle of the hut. You've got to take a view of which way you're going to go, yeah? Now, what have we got? Am I recording this? I don't know, I'm not sure what happened there. I think I lost the plot. But anyway, I was saying to you, I'm going to do it in this cream colour, this tight close shape, and I'm going to do it in this cream colour because we've got a white background. You know, mine might be put as green, but that's only so I can see everything. I got tatami on, okay, I'm going to start again because my computer just crashed on me. So I am, well, as I told you, with these loops you can just hit a curve in the centre and then a right and it will follow the curve until you get to a bigger curve, and then you do need to follow it around. Right click on anything that is definitely changing direction. I think I'm going to the right place now. Actually, I'm not. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Because this is already down, so I just need to do it. I don't need to go under there. So I'm just going to follow this lovely purple line, lilac line, around as being the top of, and here I go and hit enter. Now, yeah, you see I got a lovely tatami stitch, but I don't want it. So I'm going to pick up that tatami stitch and say, shh, I don't want it. I don't want it. Effects. Stitching. And delete 2 I don't want. Yeah? Fill. I'm coming down here, spacing. I'm going to say spacing. This is a tatami now. I want the spacing to be 0.8. Boom. That's too much. Oh, I didn't do that right. 0.8. Boom. Okay. Well, that's not very much at all, is it? So let's say, well, 0.4. Yeah. Oh, that's better. And I want, let me see, 0.4 on that. Oh, it didn't do it for me. 0.4 on that. Now, if I bring it in, it's hardly anything, is it? So that now I can work with it and say, well, I'll have 0.1. Yeah. Oh, that's better. And now I can say I'll have 0.1 on the bottom line too. Oh, you see now I have, and I'm going to go back to this and say stitching, underlay 1, no, get out, no underlay. So I'm going back to fill, and now I'm bringing up nice and big so I can have a look at it. It's a bit of the way that we do, this is a bit of the way that you would actually do stitching when you're doing, what do they call it, freestanding lace. Yeah, so I have just made, if you like, I've taken spacing as 1 and the length as 1, so I have just given it a very, very minor stitch. Yeah, so what I'll do now, as we've done before, is take that, go to the right and say duplicate. Yeah, okay, and then pick up that and go to stitching. And is this the one I want to go on? Because that's the same as the other. Effects, radio show, what I want. I'm trying to look at what I want. Fill. Okay, jump on this. I am looking for the angle at angle, and I thought I could do it on here. Maybe if I come right down the bottom. So I'm not come right down the bottom. Column, row. I'm looking for the angle, and I should be able to pick this up on the angle. Stitching, let's go down on the stitching. Auto jump manager. I just want the angle. Oh, stitch angle here, 15, right? Got it. found it. So 15, so that means it's going that way. So if I want it to go across from that, well, I need to add on 90 degrees. So that would make it 105, wouldn't it, I think? This is the second one now, not the first one. So if I add on, I think it's going to be 105. So at the moment, I'll just put 90 degrees on that and hit enter. Oh yeah, see me? See me now? See me now? But my calculations is it should be 105, which, yeah, now I got the perfect crisscross, haven't I? Now it's perfectly crisscrossed. Did you see that? Stop the video, go back. So now you can see that I have made this fill in cream. You know, she got, as I'm looking at it, she got all this dark mulberry, then she got a lilac pinny over the top. But I have now given her cream lace to it, because all I've done, which is over the top of the white background, remembering, right? So now I've given her a crisscross lace over the top. Do you understand? By duplicating one and then absolutely reversing it by adding 90 degrees to what it was already 15. Now I've added 90 degrees, so that's made it into lacework for me, right? This is, you know, part of what we do. So yeah, I'm happy with that, and I will look at the stitch out before I make my mind up, but I think that that's going to work with me. So I'm going to hit save and save that, come back out and say, well, I think I've done my little girl. What more is there to do? Yes, you can add embellishments if you want. You can say, well, I'm not happy about that. I would like this little girl to have a bit of stitching on her hat. I would like this little girl to have something else. I don't know. You could go back up to what I just made in that one. I hit shift so it's proportional, and I could say, well, make that all a bit bigger, or let go of that, and make it bigger like that. Now, is that better on a little bit of dice? All these things are entirely up to you. Also, I could pick it up and say, well, hang on a minute, whoa, Phil, tatami, with that one, well, I don't know, let's see, I don't know. Maybe I want it to be more of a black hole like that one. Yeah, so that's changed it. And then I could say, well, it affects, I don't need an underlay and that on it, so get rid of that, because that's good enough for me. I don't want it to be too thick on top of, yeah, that's more of a black hole, isn't it? So maybe I'll do it like that. You know, there's so many possibilities, and when you've got a program like this is where you need to play with it. You absolutely need to play with it. But I tell you the one thing that we haven't done, we haven't optimized it. So let's have a little go now. Let's optimize it. Yeah, I think this is good. This is good. Okay, we've got the three together. We've got a dark brown, then we've got the house, and then we've got the roof, and then we've got a dark brown. Well, we can't do the dark brown before we do the you know, we can't, you know, those things are not going to work, and that's the lace at the end. So there's no way that we can actually change the order of it, because that isn't going to help us, is it? At all. So one more can we do? Right, well, the next thing we can do, we can say, well, save that. This is my EMB file, my master file. We're going to save that, okay. But what we can do is go and look at the applique again, yeah. And we can say, well, hang on, there's a few things going on here that we really don't need. So I could pick up the arm, yeah. Then I could go and pick up the puff sleeve, and then I could come over to applique over here and say partial applique, right? So as you can see, we're not using all those stitches under that arm. Yeah, okay, that's one thing. I'm not worried about this lavender stitch under the lavender hat. I'm not worried about that. So that was the only bit really that I was concerned with, really. And I'm not really concerned about this with dark brown over the top. No, I'm not really concerned about anything else. So that's the only other thing that I could optimise and say, well, that's what I want, so I'll go save that again. And I think I'm ready to go with that. So I just saved it as EMB, which is our master file. And then I can go output design. Well, I can output export design as Jeff, which is going to cut it for me on my cutting machine. Yep, Birdzoo save, so I can cut her out for all the different parts that I want. And well, I kind of, from my point of view, I want to focus on the hat, and I want to bring that in to me. Not the hat, I want to focus on the top of that bird cage, and I've got that picked up, and I am going to go to reshape because just in my mind I felt that could have been it. No, just a little wider on the top. And I got, when you do things with the box stitch, it will give you loads of different angles that you can play with. Yeah, I like that. That's not quite how I wanted it. So it does give you more angles to play with. So yeah, now I don't know whether you agree with me or not, but if I go to select and come out, yeah, I think that's a better fit. I just think that's a better fit as a pitch roof. Yeah, it's up to you, and I'm probably far more picky than you may be, but sorry, I still am annoyed. And I pick the whole thing up, which I can. I got rid of the picture now, haven't I? So I can pick the whole thing up. See all of this, right? I can pick the whole thing up, and using my arrow keys, because I was never happy with this in the first place. I can pick the whole thing up now with my arrow keys, and I can go, do you know what? Move over. There. Now, this is because I've got rid of the drawing because I didn't want it anymore. But did you see how I just picked that up, and using my arrow keys, I just moved that over. I could have left it how it was, but it wasn't sitting right with me. It was not happy, so I just moved it over. 2 clicks. Now it's centralised. Now I am happy. Now I'm going to hit save. And bugging me what the picture was underneath it. Yeah, so yeah, I'm just going to say save that again, you sod, right? Yeah, it already exists. Well, do it, because that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I'm picky. I'm very picky. So you may not, but I didn't like it. I really didn't like it. Now I'm happy, because now, to me, well, somebody's made the bird's house better than they did before. Okay, so I did save it, so that's the end of that. Okay, that is the 5th, and I think that's the final, because I only want 5 sunbonnet suits for, oh, there's one more thing that I can do to optimise this. I'm looking at it now. Okay, is I can pick up an arm, and I can pick up a dress, and I can go to applique, partial applique, because I can get rid of those stitchings there under the arm, right? Okay, so now I'm going to save it again. Alright? Picky. I know I'm picky, but that's how I roll. Yeah, much happier with that. You see what I mean? You can do anything you like. You are in control. Okay, alright, so file. Now I've moved that, I'm going to go back and say output design, export design. See what it's done. Yes, save. I know I've already done it, so yeah, because it's my new improved one, so yeah, I'm going to save it again. So that's brilliant. Okay. Thank you for watching me. I've enjoyed it, and I hope you have too. The last thing I'm going to do is a quick run through. I haven't coloured anything in on really, have I, this time? But I'm going to put a knot in the middle so she's centralised. And this time, I'm going to do the player, speed her up. Actually, I may pause that and restart. I think I might put this up on our web page because a lot of people don't know what I'm doing at the moment. They're like, "Oh, what's she doing?" So I think I might just put this to play out just for our group to watch. How fast am I going to make it? Quite fast, because you don't want to watch it forever. And record this. Play. Actually, stop, back. As I'm doing this to play out, I might change things up. One share, record, PC screen. Do you know what? I got so excited about everything else, I thought I'd finished, and I haven't. I disappeared the artwork and forgot I haven't done the actual birds, but I've done a partial one there, so let me just, let's just reiterate what, that's not any good in the moment, so anyway, I'll just reiterate my actions and go back and fix that one in a minute. So, let's take this little bird that is next to her. I'll press B on my keyboard so that I can bring the bird up nice and close, and then I am going to go over here to digitize and say digitize close shape. That's what we want. I am using this dark brown. I don't know what colour I'm going to use for his beak, his eye and his legs, but I think I'm going to use this dark brown for now. So that's good enough for me. I'm on to Tommy, so what do we do now? All we want to do, close shape, is unfill, so we'll just start in our usual way of laying down the stitches. Okay, curved, angle, curved, left is curved, as you know, and right is angle. You can hear the difference in sound. The boom boom is curved and the pink is angle. Yeah, so, well, it's not quite right, but there we go. And then angle, and that's going to go up straight down, so I can hit enter, and that's it. So now that is down as your very basic tatami. Okay, that's brilliant. And I can come down now, hopefully. Oh, see, this is where I was before, where everything got a bit stuck in the arseholes. You won't do it. So I'll hit B. No, I don't want to hit B. Escape from that. No. Escape from that. I will hit select. I don't know why. I can't get this damn thing to come down to pick up the one I want. But I have selected what I want. It was on Tatami, and now I can use my pattern tatami and say, well, I just want it to be feathery. What's feathery? Oh, that says feathery, sort of, to me. Okay, let's go with that. Lengths, if I added the lengths to it, I'll wait for it to catch up. Yeah, that's more feathery, I think. And then if I'm on select, so if I go to reshape and I angle it a bit more, out of this, yeah, that's probably better. That's more feathery to me. I wish I could just get this to come down, and it won't. It really won't. My computer is wonderful as it is, but I've got a Facebook open. I got my Wondershare Filmora video screening thing on, and with digitizer it's all a bit too much, so it's not going to do it. So I've done that, yeah. Let's go now to select so I can get off it, yeah. So I put that on, which is what I think I want, a feathery effect. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up an orange. I'm not going to, yeah, orange in that, and I'm going to digitize open shape, which means it's a line. It's a line up there, there's a single run over here, and I want a backstitch line, I think. I'll think about the settings after I've done it, and I am going to go from the top to the bottom to the end and hit enter. There we go. And I probably am going to do the same with legs, from the top to the bottom and hit enter, and the other leg, top to the bottom and hit enter. Okay, now I'm very happy with that. That's great. But I'm moving now, thank God. I know it's the second one that I've done, so I'm hooking that up. I'm going to the right of it and saying hide selected, because I want to get rid of it. Now what colour does the blackbird have? Or a little bird, yeah. Well, it is brown, but it's not that dark brown, so I can pick this beige colour, I think. It's gone over there, right? And I can come up to digitize a circle, which is what I want, and as a fill. So now I can have satin, yeah, and I start in the middle, bring it out, bring it up, not as an angle, you twat, bring it up and hit enter. There I am. Okay, I can then, that's the last thing I did, so I can then unhide selected. Ooh, didn't do that right, did I? I can unhide all. So see, he's got his little eye. Now if I come back out, click off him, he's got a much lighter brown eye to his body, and he's got little orange legs to give him some sort of substance. Now the one that I did before, boom, let's press B on my keyboard and bring him in, yeah, because I managed to do this before. I can go to the second one I did, and I can right click that, copy object properties, go to the one above it that I did and apply, see, object properties. So I've done that now, so that's good. So that's all good. And then I can come down to orange, digitize open shape, which is a line, backstitch is on, that's brilliant. So I can just, I did it wrong way around, undo, top to bottom to side, yeah, and leg, top to bottom to the side, that bit, yeah. I can grab hold, he was the first one, wasn't he? I can grab hold of him, tell him to go hide himself, I selected, and what did I, this goldy one I think I used, let's move over there, circle oval, bring him in nice and big, come on then, and go middle, out, make it a full circle, hit enter, there it is, that's good enough for me. Escape that because I don't want any more. while I'm at it, I may as well go, because this is the next one I can do the same for this, because at some stage I'm going to want it, and I'm going to want it to sit together. So I've just done that. So I'm going to hit escape now. The next thing I wanted to do is go back to that dark brown and go digitize close shape. So yeah, as big as I can, you know, well, I can do it bigger than that, but let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, I forgot about these birdies. I really, really did forget about them. Too busy looking at the ruddy girl. But these birds make up the picture, don't they? And without them, we'd be lost. There I am, back to the beginners. Oh, what was that then? See how we go sometimes? Trying to pick it up. Be on my board's not good enough. I just want to go select. I can't get, I don't know why. There, I selected it. I can go now fill, which we knew was the Tatami. Why can't I get, can't get that to move for me at the moment, because I got too much open. And that is not, if we move over, that is not the fill that I wanted. However, I am going to save this and come back to it. But we do know the next thing that we want to do is the digitize open shape, and we want it in the orange that we were using. Bring it up a bit bigger, outside, inside, outside, hit that. We're on the back stitch, that's what I wanted. Bring it up a little bit further, outside, inside, outside, hit enter. If I could get to the bloody, oh, here we are now. I managed to get down there. I can right click that and say hide selected. No, undo. Unhide all. Now hide selected. That eye is not a fill, it's an outline, so I'm going to change that to a fill, which is what I actually wanted. That's great. I need to be able to freaking see everything, and I can't. Let's bring it in. Can I get down to everything I want? Right, I can just unhide all. I can bring that. Oh. My computer's going nuts. But I'm going to have to save this, open it up and shut it down and do everything I need to do to get my actual program to work for me. Please, God. So much going on at the moment that I really did lose the plot on this of where I was and what I was doing. I've been so distracted. Well, there I am. But this is the end of the project now, and I think, of this project, what you need to do now is hide your artwork and then send to whatever value your cutting machine needs, whether it be a PES file or a JEF file, whatever you need to take to your cutting machine, or indeed print out and to PDF or scan back in, print out and then scan back in as a JPEG, as long as you do not change the size of it whatsoever, in whichever way your cutting machine will work, that's fine. And then obviously also while you're within this program, you would need to then put this on your thumbnail drive. In my instance as JPX, you will know what you need to do for your machine, given its recommendations and what have you, and this is basically, this part of it, this design is now finished. Thank you for watching me.